Diana Ross and the Supremes, 20 Golden Greats. When we were young, I was into rock music and my brother was into soul. He had a copy of this album. His was probably from a jumble sale because it was quite beaten up. I heard and fell in love with the Vanilla Fudge version of You Keep Me Hanging On, so I borrowed his copy to check out the original, and I never gave it back. It sat in my collection of Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath and Pink Floyd, and it sparked my interest in Motown, Stax and all the other 1960s soul music. I had heard the songs on this album before, but I had never really listened to them. Listening to this album, I was able to understand how that beat made my contemporaries jump and twirl the night away on sprung dance floors in northern England. I could also see why bass players of my acquaintance raved about the solid pumping bass that could also be quite melodic in its own right. Like the bass line of You Can't Hurry Love that inspired gangs of mod bands, not least The Jam. Also there are the chiming xylophones, the electric pianos, the swirling organ and deep saxes bolstering the beat and playing solos, all like a blueprint for the E Street Band. To hear all this you have to listen quite carefully, because it is very much in the background behind the smooth lead vocal of Diana Ross and the perfect counter melodies and oohs and ahs of the Supremes. It is a big sound, but each element is distinct, unlike Phil Spector's wall of sound. Anyone who recorded music in the 80s will remember the obsession with the snare drum, but Motown had it perfected in the mid-60s. It is a crisp thwack, backed up with tambourine, playing 4 to the bar with plenty of rolls that point the way to the next sonic delight. I think a perfect example of how you do backing vocals is when the Supremes sing Don't Throw Our Love Away behind Diana singing Baby Love. And that song also has a key change that will give you goosebumps. Baby Love, You Can't Hurry Love and Where Did Our Love Go will always make you smile and always make you tap your feet. It was the songs that I only faintly remembered that struck me both back in the day and now listening to this copy that I actually searched quite hard to get. Songs like Reflections, which is a taste of the psychedelic summer of love. But the song that most had me hooked was The Happening, another hit from 1967. It has a sort of unresolved feeling to it, with a melody that goes all over the place. The Happening is unfeasibly bouncy. Then there is the Morse code type lead on You Keep Me Hanging On, which must have inspired Bowie's Starman. The later songs seem to lose the exuberance of the earlier ones. There are more strings and fewer big drum rolls. They even try to introduce a bit of funk, but it all gets a bit middle of the road. It ends though with the gloriously optimistic One Day We'll Be Together. The album is also a great tribute to Holland Dozier and Holland, who wrote 15 of the 20 songs, all the good ones. Diana Ross and the Supremes, 20 Golden Greats.